And here is the Lyon team at the start of, in this rebuild at the start of FC25. This team looking incredible currently in terms of the players I have in the team, like Thiago Almada, Ryan Cherki, Marit Fofana, and some great players in the team. Now, obviously, good young talents like Miki Tadze as well, Noame as well, good young talent as well. Obviously, in this rebuild, we've got to raise some money to obviously not, we've got to sell some players to keep it realistic, basically. We're going to sell Lacazette, we're going to sell Ryan Cherki, Taliso, Tagliafico, Maitland Niles, and obviously some other players are going to let go of as well that we don't need in the team. That I feel like it's players we could let go of and replace with other players in this team. As it right now, Lyon are obviously in a bad financial situation. I think they've made the money to not get relegated to the Ligue 2 at the end of the season. They had to make 100 million by the end of the season to not get relegated over. They do have a transfer ban, so next season we can't sign any players. We're going to have to just sell players, and hopefully that the players we let go of aren't going to be big for us. But one thing I might do is go into the youth academy and see if we can get any players via the youth academy to improve this team, or just be good backup players to the bench, or maybe first team players in the future. But yeah, we're going to sell some big players, raise some money, and after our transfer ban, we're going to spend money to help take Lyon back to the top of football. And as you can see, at the end of the season, we've managed to climb up from 7th place in the league to finish 3rd in the league, just about getting Champions League football, just ahead of Olympique Marseille, who finished in 4th and only 3 points, level on points with AS Monaco and PSG winning the league dominantly at the top of the table. As you can see, in the Coupe de France, I believe they got knocked out quite a long time ago in that competition, so we're not going to check that out. Obviously, in this, we're not even in that, but in the Europa League, we managed to win and beat Spurs in the final 3-1, as you can see. So we're winning the Europa League, which means to get a lot of money from winning that competition. We also finished 3rd in the League 1, which means to get Champions League football. So next season we've got money that we could get brought into the team. Obviously next season we can't actually sign any players. We do have a transfer ban on that. So as you can see here, you'll see here transfer history. We've got a bunch of players that are going to be leaving us. Taliso, Diarra Mata, Tagliafico and Maitland Niles are players that we're looking to sell currently, or have sold currently. So 25 million for Taliso is massive, and also 12.3 million for Maitland Niles in the right back role. We're going to have obviously Kumbedi in that role as well. We haven't got any offers right now for Ryan Cherki. We've got an offer here for Lacazette I'm going to quickly do. I'm going to show you here the stats of the players, as you can see, to end the season. Who performed the best? Lacazette 20 goals and 4 assists. Miki Tadze 13 and 7. Ryan Cherki 12 and 21. What a player we're going to miss out on in this rebuild, man. We're going to have to sell him next season, but he would be incredible in this team if we could keep him. But he's a player that's going to be leaving Lyon in real life. A bunch of teams want him. Liverpool have been in for him, and a bunch of other teams are going to go in for him. So he's going to be a player that's going to be leaving us next season. But if Fofana is a player we're going to keep hold of, Taliso will leave us, as we know. The one will be our right mid after we sell Ryan Cherki, and our Mortar with 6 and 6 will stay here throughout the rebuild. I was able to keep him in this team. I think he's one player we can definitely keep in this rebuild to keep it kind of, as he's just showing Lyon in real life. I don't think he's a player. I mean, they could sell him. It would be worth a decent amount, but I feel like right now it's a player they're going to try and keep hold of, considering how well it's done for Argentina. But that could also mean that big teams that are going to come in for him because of that goal and the performances he's put in for Argentina recently, and also for Lyon as well. But let's get into season 2. We can't sign any players. We're going to go for the youth academy and sign some players that way, and we'll sell Ryan Cherki and hopefully do well in Ligue 1 and hopefully not get absolutely destroyed in the Champions League. Alright, so end of the season here, we're finished just behind Monaco. We finished 3rd place, we finished 4th getting Europa League football. We weren't far off the top of the table, they're 6 points behind PSG, so we are very close to actually winning the league title in the near future. Obviously, we also next season will hopefully be able to spend money. We didn't make it to the Champions League final, we didn't even make it at the league phase. We finished 25th in the league phase, so not great from us, as you see right there. In terms of the budget, as you'll see here in a second, we do have, it's actually an office, I need to have a look at that, sorry. We need to go back over to office here. And we have made a lot of money, as you can see there, 358 million, which means we now have officially paid off the debt that we owed as a club. Obviously, we owed like 400 and something million, and we paid like literally all of it back now. So now we can start spending money in the next season. The teams are looking pretty good, as you can see here. And you see by the team, the teams are looking pretty good. Gitazzi out injured, 79 rated. I might sell him or use him as a backup striker. I might sign a first team striker next season. The one minute was 79, Marit Fofana 82, Almada 82, Matic down to a 75. We need to replace him next season. Kumbedi up to a 75. Our defence looking pretty decent, and Perry up to an 82 as well in goal. I think it was 80 rated at the start of the season, if I'm not mistaken, actually. So we stayed at an 82. Our bench looking pretty decent. We've signed a bunch of youth academy players. You see here from the youth academy, we found a bunch of young talents here just to fill out the team and just give us some more squad depth. We could sell a few of these players as well in the future, or they could just be decent young talents for us to have as rotation players, because right now we didn't really have many rotation players in the team, and since I couldn't buy any players, I thought I might as well just promote youth academy players and use them as a backups to the first team players in the team. As getting to season 3, spend some money and improve this team in the current positions we definitely need to replace a few players in, especially CDM and centre back, basically. And I just almost completely forgot to show you the stats of the players. You can see Mikatate 21-7 for Fofana and Nwame having great seasons, 18-6 and 14-9 from them. Togo Amada 5-8 from him. And the penalty next season are going to give a chance in the first team too, alongside Mangala as at the CDMs, which means they're going to focus on starting a new centre back and possibly another striker. So Mikatate could be a good backup striker for us, or maybe a good first team striker, depending on how much money I do have. I'm going to mainly focus on centre back first of all, though, and starting the centre back depending on how much money we have. Let's get into the season, check out the budget we have. Now, Lyon have officially paid off all their debt. Let's see how much money we have to spend in season 3 of this rebuild. And here in season 3, we begin with 175 million in the budget to spend. Let's spend that money on a new centre back, possibly 2 new centre backs to replace in the team. Obviously, Anderson, Schlatter, etc. in the team need to be replaced, as well as Niakate need to be replaced in the team. And if I do have money left over afterwards, maybe sign a new left back, even though Vinicius is 26. I might give him a few more seasons in the team to see if he can develop in the team. But let's spend that money on new centre backs first of all, then see what's left over to sign more players to improve this team. And becoming our first signing here 3 seasons later is Kushinov, the obviously Man City defender, the young talent from Man City, obviously recently signed for them IRO, but will join us here. He'll take over the right centre back role in the team, signing for 24 million for Man City. The 79 rated 22-year-old will be a great young player for us in the team, or a great player overall in the team. So life at Man City has not been perfect for him. I mean, a few good games and a few bad games, making some mistakes. Obviously, he's a young defender, and obviously the language barrier for him is creating an issue for him in the team. He's a great young talent. Looks like he's going to have a bright future, and hopefully will be a great player for us here at Lyon. And to partner Kushinov in the backline is Gonçalo Inácio, the 83 rated defender at 24 years of age. The Portuguese defender joins us here for 33 million. His contract was expiring at Sporting, so I thought, you know what, let's bring him on a cheaper fee. He'll be a great defender for us. He's left-footed, a very, very talented defender, very quick, very good in the tackle as well, and a decent passer of the ball as well as Inácio. A good young talent is most likely going to get a big move from Sporting next season, and the Portuguese defender joins us here at Lyon. To partner Kushinov in the backline, I think my next position, the side player in, is going to be left back to improve in that role. Let's bring in a new left back to partner up with 2 new defenders in this. Inácio joins us here for 33 million. Will be a fantastic defender to partner up with Kushinov in our back line. And signing for 45 million, this is 26-year-old, 84 rated Turkish left back Ferdi Kadiolu as a great defender. So he was linked to a bunch of big teams last season, ended up going to Brighton. And things haven't really gone perfect for him at Brighton. So Brighton this season have been kind of well, they've not been as good as they have been in previous seasons, but they've been a fairly decent team in there, at the times as well. But Kadiolu here joins us to partner up with Kushinov and Inácio as our 3 new signings in the team. We still have 60 million left to spend. And I think I might sign a new either midfielder or striker with that money. But Kadiolu joins us here to take over the left back role from Vinicius, and Vinicius would be a quality backup to him in this team. And signing for 47 million to be a first-team striker is Mohamed Amoura, a player who's doing absolutely incredible things for Wolfsburg currently in the Bundesliga. The Algerian joins us here. He can also play down the wing, obviously, in real life. He's a very, very good player. And possibly he's going to get a big move to a Premier League team or maybe a La Liga team in the near future. Because he's definitely moving to the Prem now. A very pacey player, good in front of the goal, and very, very good on the ball as well. And he joins becomes a 4th signing here in season 3. And our final signing this season, obviously, he will be great competition up front for Mikatate. And he definitely will be a first-team striker in the team right now. And Mohamed Amoura joins the team here to be a new striker in the team for 47 million. And what a player he's going to be for us in this team. Alright, so after bringing Kushinov, Inácio, Kadiolu and also Amoura into the team, let's see how this new look Lyon team can do this season. As you can see, Penal and Angola will be our midfielders for this season. And most likely we'll give the captain's on man to Kumbedi, as he is a actual real life player in the team. So Penal is a new player, not a new player, player coming back from loan. A good young talent a few years ago, definitely has decent potential still to reach a high enough rated player for us to use for the foreseeable future. So we're going to replace Angola in the future as well if he doesn't continue to grow in his overall. Most likely we'll replace him next season. But the team's looking pretty good. Let's see how this new look Lyon team can do here in season 3. All right, so as you can see, we finished 3rd this season, 3 points off the league title winners in Monaco. We finished only 3 points behind them, so we were very, very close to winning the league title. We've been very, very close to winning it a few seasons in a row now. So hopefully next season we go all the way and actually win the title. In the Coupe de France, we managed to actually win that 3-0 against Toulouse in the final, which you'd love to see. But in the Europa League, We got knocked out by a team that didn't even reach the final. Sociedad win the final 8-7 on penalties, had to draw in 2-2 with Napoli. We got knocked out by Spurs. We got knocked out by Sociedad, the eventual winners of it, which we love to see, I guess, in a way. We got knocked out by we got knocked out by a team that didn't even reach the final, so that isn't great for us. As you can see by the team, we had some great growth in the team. I believe Malik Fofana was injured for a month in the season, so he's only gone up to an 85 this season. Amora only 84, and Nwame 80 rated. I don't know about Nwame. I feel like if he doesn't grow higher rated than like an 83, 84, next season I might replace him in the team, because I just feel like he's not really growing as much. He's 23. I feel like he should be higher rated than 80 rated at this stage of this rebuild. He's only got it by +2, I believe, this season. Amora has not gone up in his overall either. Midfield, we need to replace Mangala next season. The penalties were 79. The defence looking pretty good, as you can see here. Kushinov and Anasio going up nicely in the team. Perry up to 83. We did bring in 2 players, by the way. I brought in Malanga here, whose first name is Jorginho, not Jorginho, but Jorginho, after the Brazilian legend. And I thought, let's bring him a young German winger, good backup to Fofana. We also brought in Moreira, the Portuguese talent from Sporting, to be 2 backup players. Now, Verity is going to be leaving this next season, so we need to replace him on the bench with someone better than him. Which, we do have Tesman as a backup midfielder, so he'll probably go there and then we'll just work it out with whatever we need to do. But in terms of the stats, let's see who played the best this season and who was our best player. Mora with 42 goals and 8 assists. Malik Fofana 22 and 14. Mora 19 and 16. Nawame 16 and 9. He's only got up a +1 this season, actually, in the end. Mangola 5 and 7, decent from him. And Kadiolu 3 and 4 from left back. So we've had some great performances from the team, but only finishing 3rd in the league and not winning the Europa League is bad, considering the stats of the players we've had and the players we do have in the team. I feel like we should have done much better this season. But let's get into the next season and hopefully go on to win the league and perform well in the Champions League. And joining from Brighton to partner with Mangala in midfield is going to be Carlos Baleba, the left-footed CDM from Brighton, 83 rated, 23 years of age, a very, very talented midfielder. I could see making a big move next season. I could see a big team coming in for him and wanted to stand in to play for a different team in the Prem, maybe outside the Prem as well. But Baleba is a very, very talented player. Another player that Brighton have found, just came out of nowhere and is absolutely incredible. But Baleba here joins us and will massively improve our team. 83 rated alongside Mangala, who will be 82 rated, and we're going to keep the penalty as a backup player. And as of right now, Baleba, it's going to cost us 30 million, so we've only got about 30 million left to spend. So let's get into the transfer window, maybe sign one more player as a backup player to improve this team. And as you can see, Lyon here are finally back at the top of French football, winning the league in title, 7 points clear PSG in 2nd place. And that isn't the only thing we did manage to win. In the Trophée des Champions, we won at the start of the season against AS Monaco, but also we won the Coupe de France against Monaco as well, 2-1, as you can see right there. But unfortunately, in the Champions League, we got knocked out by Barcelona, who are going to take on PSG in the final. In the quarterfinals, we got beaten 5-4. We lost the first leg. Fairly comfortably, we managed to win the second leg at home, but it wasn't enough to see us go through in that competition. Unfortunately, got knocked out by one of the best teams in the world right now. So like Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, etc. in their team would have absolutely destroyed us in that game. And you can see the team here is looking pretty good. Some insane growth from players like Mora, Fofana, almost 89 rated. Our midfield looking pretty good. I'm going to replace Mangala next season. Going to sign a new CDM to replace him in the team. Kumbedi just isn't growing as much as I hoped he would do. So I might start doing right back next season and replace him in the team, and he'll be a quality backup for us in the team. And Petty, I might buy a new goalkeeper, I'm not too sure. I feel like he would be a good goalkeeper for us, but he's not going up in his overall as much as I thought he would do. I felt like this season he should have gone up by +1 or 2, but he just hasn't done so. He's been 84 rated for the past season or 2 now. We actually went up a +1 this season, so maybe next season he'll continue to grow, I'm not too sure. But Amora with 36 goals and 12 assists. Now, we made 28 and 14 from him, +3 this season. Great to see that from him. Malik Fofana, 21 and 6. Kadiolu, 8 and 7 from left back. Amora, 4 and 10 from him. Not great. 85 rated though, 27 years of age, a very, very good player. And obviously will be very, very good in game. Kushinov getting 3 goals, and obviously Kumbedi as well, doing decent goal-wise. And Anasio, 2 goals and 2 assists. Now to get into the next season, after winning the league title and 3 trophies domestically, getting knocked out by Barcelona in the Champions League, it's improved the team even more. Possibly buy a new right back. And yeah, I feel like I'm going to buy a new right back definitely. And a new CDM as well, depending on how much money we get. Let's get into the new season and improve this team even more. And signing here from Boston, and from Bayern Munich, sorry, is Alexander Pavlovich, the German CDM, 84 rated, 24 years of age, current stage of this rebuild. We'll take it from Mangala in midfield alongside Baleba in the first team he'll play. And I think I might sell Mangala. It would be a good backup player, but I feel like it might take up a game time from Baleba and Pavlovich too much, unless I can give him a new contract where he gets a rotational squad role. Pavlovich joins us here for 38 million from Bayern. That's suddenly right back as well to improve this team. And starting to take over from Competi in the right back role is Arnaud Martinez, the Sporting talent, I believe, the Spanish talent playing for Sporting currently, the right back who's been linked to a bunch of big teams. I believe used to be a big right back for one of the big Spanish teams. I can't remember who he used to play for the youth academy, but he plays for Sporting currently. A decent right back, was a young talent. Joins us here, 84 rated, 24 years of age, the Spaniard. We'll take over from Competi in the right back role and improves our team massively. We've got no more money to spend, basically. We've spent all our money on these two signings. And let's get into the new season and see how our new team can perform here in Ligue 1 and also the Champions League. And as you can see, we won a second Ligue 1 title in a row here in this show, but we also won the Trophy de Champion at the start of the season, defeating PSG, and we also won the Coupe de France for our third season in a row, being Paris SC. I did do a rebuild a few months ago now, when the channel, want to go back and check that out, feel free to do so. It was a very, very good rebuild that I did do. But we have also made it to the Champions League final against Real Madrid, the kings of the Champions League. We're going to take it on. We're defeated. Who did we defeat? We defeated Man City there, as you can see, in the quarterfinals to get here. Then we defeated Frankfurt 5-4 on aggregate. The second leg there, as you can see, was an intense game. We won it 4-3 away from home. And we're going to get into this game against Man City, against Real Madrid here. But I want to show you the team. And this team is insane. Made Fofana 91 rated, Amora 91 rated, Niame 86, Amada and midfield looking pretty good, 90 rated, Gonçalo Inacio with aerial plus, and also Kadiolu with 90 rated as well. And this team looks insane. Our lowest rated players are 85 and 86, which is saying something. Obviously, they're not super high rated players in the game, but an 86 rated goalkeeper in Perry will do decent for us in goal. Our bench is looking pretty good, as you can see. We did bring Massima in at one point in this but I forgot to show you when I did do that. But we did bring him in to be a good backup player. And for the bench, we are going to bring up probably this guy, because we don't really need anyone else showing, but yeah, they can go there. Now, bench is good, pretty good, some decent backup players in Malanga, Mikatadze, Moreira, and the players in Mangala are most likely going to get used. Competios is still here as a backup right back at this point. Let's get into the Champions League final against Man City. I don't keep saying Man City, against Real Madrid. But first of all, let me show you the stats of the players so you can see how they perform before we get into this final. Amora with 35 goals, 11 assists. Made Fofana 33 and 9. Nwame 19 and 10. And then Amora 13 and 13 from him. Pavlovich doing pretty good as well from CDM with 8 goals and 3 assists from the German. You'd have to see it going up a +4 this season to an 88. Let's check out the Real Madrid team and see what their probable lineup's going to be for this game, and just see what they possibly have. Obviously, Vinicius, Mbappe, Arda, Bergvall, and Bellingham and Dani Ceballos in midfield. Chavez and Barbosa, obviously, are most likely going to be their regens. Obviously, most likely going to play Mickey Van de Ven in defence, and that's that. Barbosa guy's higher rated. Alaba, Simakan, and Addison in goal. Van Dijk's there, Ranier still there. And Vange's there. Okay, he's Milinkovic-Savic's goalkeeper into Thiago Tomas as well. And also Miguel Gutierrez is in that team. It's going to be a pretty good Real Madrid team. Let's get into this final against them and hopefully beat them to lift another trophy for Lyon. I believe they've won the Champions League before in the past. Let's get into this final and hopefully defeat the kings of the Champions League here to do so. And here we are. As you can see, the Champions League final is taking place at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, so Real Madrid's home stadium. But Amora's already in here. Amora shoots, and Amora scores to make it 1-0. A minute and a half into the UCL final, Madrid's defence is just wide open. Amora plays the ball through. And Mohamed Amora, the Algerian, doing incredible things for Wolfsburg, who's 91 rated and when the street ball scores for us here to make it 1-0. The Lyon fans going insane in the crowd as we're scoring early on in this one. The replay is even messed up. It wasn't expecting us to score this early against them. I can see it's not even working. But Ancelotti's men go 1-0 down just over a minute into the game. Oh no, Manassia's got caught there. The ball through to Mbappe. Mbappe, that's good work there from Perry to catch the ball out of mid-air and stop him from chipping him. There's Arnaud Martinez, the Spaniard, through here too. Nwame, oh, good bit of skill. Mickey Van de Ven reads it, kind of there, gets a bit fortunate. We still the ball back off Miguel Gutierrez. And wins it back though. It's a good battle there. And Amada wins it for us. Into Pavlovich. Pavlovich taken out, and that's going to be a penalty given away by whoever that man is. He looks like a fairly short player if he is a centre back. Mickey Van de Ven having a word with him there. Is it a pen? I think it is a pen. He literally completely just wipes him out there. It's lucky he's not even gone into the book, but Thiago Moura on the pen here to get a goal and an assist there and make it 2-0. And he's done so. The Argentinian, who's been a great player in Career Mode for me for many, many years now. Obviously, he played for us in the Fiorentina series back in SC24. And before that, before he even did Career Mode content on YouTube, he's been a great player for me. And when he scores in the UCL final for us to make it 2-0, Addison, if he dove, he probably would have saved it. It wasn't the best pen. It was a penalty. It's a goal nonetheless. And they've gone 2-0 down 10 minutes into the game. And whatever that defender was thinking, completely wiping out Pavlovic. I've got no clue, but he pays the price. And Madrid go 2-0 down in this game. Here's Vinicius Jr. trying to get him back into it. Vinicius shoots, and there we go. That's a goal for them. Draws it in a Fofana, technical plus. Good pass into Moura. Moura denied there by Addison, though, and that's going to be offside, apparently. It's a good steal there. Baleba. Fofana to Moura, but there's Mickey van der Ven. And a Brighton midfielder, Baleba here. Not Thiago Moura, why not? The Argentinian from Rangers just scored an absolute screamer in the UCL final to put his 2 goals back into the good. And this guy just is one of my favourite players in the game. Every year. He's just unbelievable. He's just so good as a winger, as a cam, anywhere in the attack he can play. And that's an incredible finish there from him. And Thiago Moura makes it 3-1. That's 2 goals and an assist for him in his UCL in this UCL final. And what a game this is turning out to be. Probably should be not the favourites, but you know what I mean, they've got the home crowd behind them on a Martin Nichols steal. But we lose the ball out here to that region. Ceballos smashed it in the team all these years later. Ardagula into Mbappe. Mbappe, it's 3-2. It's going to be a goal fest. 100% it's going to be a goal fest. There's Ardagula. Got a bit of play from him. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe. It's a good bit of block. That's good defending there from Kusanov. Now Kariolu. In here to Manik Fofana. As a Turkish fullback on the overlap here. Kariolu. Nuame first time, and that's a goal. It's 4-2 inside the first half. 6 goals in 44 minutes of football is insane. But Nuame scores first time there. I didn't have much faith in the shot from him, first time there from him, but Kariolu as well to create the chance. He plays it into him, and Nuame hits it and scores. We're now 2 goals ahead again in this game. Yeah, even with aerial plus, then I still can't win ahead. I love that. Mbappe shoots from range, and that's going to go over the bar. Vinicius Jr. does well. It's not a miss. That's my defenders. Mbappe's in, and Mbappe shoots, and Mbappe is denied by Perry. I was trying to get Klushnoff for the longest time there, but it won't let me do so. It's headed away by Kariolu, but it's then deflected back into Bovaro. Thankfully misses there. Playing Ardagula fullback now. What's going on? Oh, I love that from Moura. Moura got a score hit. Moura denied there by Addison. Moura. Pavlovic runs ahead at Moura. Good turn from him. Moura smacks it into the top corner. He is insanely good. I mean, there's 91 rated. You'd expect him to be good in game. But he is very, very good. I'm enjoying using him in this final here. It's 5-2, just over an hour into the game. And Moura there on the Chivella shot, just smashes it into the top, well, not really into the top corner, but smashes it into the back of the net to make it 5-2. And this game should be surely over now, and the Champions League final should be won by Olympique Lyonnais. Mbappe. Oh, Mbappe, here he goes. Perry, can you make a big save? Perry, he hits the post thankfully low. Mbappe, oh, it's done me in there. Mbappe with the skill. Shoots, and Perry makes a save. Mbappe's had more shots than Amora, but Amora scored the most goals compared out of the two. Good blocked. Ball into the box, so had a goal was wide to the post. And Amora's going again here. Amora can't be stopped. Can he score again? No, he can't. Alisson denies him this time. They brought on Chris Rigg, the Sunderland midfielder, if I'm not mistaken, right? Mbappe from range. Mbappe denied by a great save there from our Brazilian goalkeeper in Perry. Oh no, Mbappe, thankfully, we win it back there. Pavlovic. Still going here as the German. And he's wiped out there from behind. That's going to hit that on a long shot. We're still going no. And now Martinez. Tino Wame hits it, and that's a good save by Alisson to Anayas and then Asio. Now chance it again. That should be a red card there for Nezovic. That's a cynical challenge. No chance of getting the ball there. He just completely wiped out the man. But Kariolu, can you find the man with the Euro Plus in the box? It's in towards Anasio, but we can't win a header. And Morda, why not? Blocks there. That's going to be the game over, and we win the Champions League final. This team was insane. And we're going to cut to the trophy there in a second, but everyone in this team I recommend you try out. Because everyone in this game felt incredible, especially the likes of Amora, Matic Fofana, Nwame, and Morda. Baleba in midfield was insane. Vinicius scored a hat-trick, not a hat-trick, 2 goals for them. He said he scored a hat-trick there, but Madrid put up their best fight in a home stadium, but they couldn't stop us from winning the UCL trophy, and we deserve to do so. And this team, like I said, was insane. You didn't really see much defending. It was a very open game. It wasn't one of those games where it's like tight-knit defending in a very close game. You can see by the scoreline it wasn't. 7 goals in this UCL final, 5 for us, 2 for Madrid. But Matic Fofana sets up as one of the originals in the game. I did take the captaincy off Amora before this game because I felt like Fofana deserved it more, being one of the high-rated players in the game. But how Amora played, he should still be the captain because he was insane. And Fofana here, the captain, gets a lift. The UCL trophy and Lyon are not only back to the top of French football, but back at the top of European football here with a Belgian lifting a UCL trophy. And what a way to end this rebuild. It was incredible. It'll be a bunch of content on your screen right here, a playlist and another recommended video you can check out. I do Career Mode series and also other rebuilds on the channel you can check out as well. Well, you, drop a comment down below for a team you want to see me rebuild next. And what a rebuild this was. With Lyon here, where I'm just going to let you enjoy the celebrations there. In fact, let's actually sim to November and see if any of our players can win the Ballon d'Or. Alright, so here we are, the Ballon d'Or ceremony to end this rebuild here. Let's see if any of our players are going to win it here. It's going to be Amora who wins the Ballon d'Or, getting given it by Kaká, and will definitely deserves. He scored a bunch of goals in the UCL final, scored a bunch of goals last season for Rivaldo, I believe that is. And then Kaká gives him the award. And what a way to end the rebuild here with Mohamed Amora lifting, winning the Ballon d'Or here. If you're going to enjoy it, drop a like, video, subscribe to the channel with notifications so you don't miss a video. Check out the other content I post there on the channel. And what a way to end this rebuild with Lyon and Lyon are back at the top of world football here